Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Oxyblock and I want to welcome you to another minigame showcase. Today I will be showing you an amazing game I did inspired, coincidentally, by a game called Bullseye that CupFan also showcased. This game, however, works quite differently, and the only similarity basically is the use of that block that you see back there, the target block. This block transfers redstone signal, so we can use it to create counters and create minigames in where people can compete against each other. So let me show you guys what I worked on. So as you can see, this is what I came up with. This is my archery range or shooting range, in where the purpose of the game is going to be to hit 10 of these target blocks. It doesn't matter if you hit them in the center or in the corner, it will count no matter what. Now the complication here, the challenge is going to be that the lamps above them are going to mark which target block is active. They're going to be switching on and off randomly between these 8 targets, so you're going to have to be moving fast between one another, choosing which one to hit to get all the way to 10 hits. Once you get to 10 hits, a rocket will shoot, you will win, and you'll be able to come all the way over here to check your score. This is going to be releasing some items as you play, and as soon as you're done, it will shut off, showing your score, being able to put it on a board and compete against each other. So before I went on and explain how the machine works and what each circuit does, I wanted to showcase a little bit of a gameplay. As you can see, we have an on and off button. Now when we're done, we don't have to hit the off button, as the counter will automatically reset itself. It's gonna be, what this is gonna do is just turn off the turning on and off of the lamps, so that you're not creating lag in the world, you don't have a machine running all the time. So let me just showcase how this works. So let's hit this on button and start a game. Alright, so as you can see, the machines turn on and I can start trying to hit the target blocks. When you hit one correctly, that music will play. And as you can see, it doesn't really matter if you hit it dead in the center or on a corner. Now it will matter if you hit it late or if you just don't hit it. That will not count. This one, for example, I was a little too late, so it's not gonna count. You can actually tweak the timings so that you make it stay on less or longer. So that's really nice, because it will make you be able to create like different difficulty settings. You can also create difficulty but moving farther back. But as you can see, we hit 10 of the targets. The system resets itself, but the lamps keep on going on and off. So we can go ahead and hit this off button, which will turn off the machine. It will stay there. And as you can see, the redstone block, if you noticed, moved back when we started playing. So the hoppers kept on pushing items through. And as soon as we were done, a signal came down and put it back forward. So our score will be a stack and 37. We could go ahead, write a score in a panel, and the next person will have a time to beat. But let me go ahead and show you a little bit what every single line of this color wool happens. As you can see, it's a pretty big machine. Now make note that I did not optimize this for space. I was just trying to make it work, seeing if it was possible to do it. This could technically, most of this could be just done right underneath this footprint. You could do this all underground, so that the footprint is gonna be just maybe a couple blocks wider than this is. So bear in mind that even though it looks massive, it could be done in a way smaller way. So I guess that we could start with the beginning, the turning on and off of the machine. So as we saw before, we have both the on and off button, and if we move up a little bit, we can see that the only difference between them really is that the off button just goes straight to the machine back there, while the on button turns over here and comes over to this monostable circuit that basically just sends a really pulse to this sticky piston so that it spits or picks up a block. In this case, the block is the redstone block that is locking the hopper so that we can get the count and put it back if you want. If we follow the line that turns on and off the machine, it actually splits onto 3 ways. The first way comes up here, and we'll look into this later, but this basically turns off the counting system. This would make that even if I hit a target right now, if I can, no, come on. Well, this is embarrassing. So maybe a little better angle will be a little easier on me. There we go, Bullseye. As you can see, you heard the music, but it did not count. the counter did not move forward, and that is because this is a monostable circuit that has not got any blocks on top of it, thus the signal cannot go through. When we activate the machine, this block will be pulled closer, and then this part of the machine will start working and the counter will be on. As soon as we're done and we hit the off button, pushes it away, so there's no more counting. Now here we can also see that it goes both up and down, but here we have a repeater set to 3 ticks. That is because we want this upper part to move faster than the one below, and this is another monostable circuit that is going to spit out a block, letting this clock be complete, and then this one is just going to send a signal into the clock so it can start running. Whenever we're done with and we hit the off button, we activate this block again, moving it out so the clock can stop. So moving on, the signal from this timer is actually gonna go into this contraption over here that is actually a randomizer. This is created by Mambo Jumbo. It was created a few years ago actually, and what it's gonna do is gonna push different redstone boxes into this spot over here that is gonna allow a comparator to read them, and then it's gonna send another signal that is gonna break them afterwards. So this is going to allow us to have 8 different outputs that the comparator is going to read as 1 redstone signal, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 8. Because we have 8 target blocks, we want 8 outputs. And it's going to randomly be picking them, and it's going to go into this decoder. This decoder is designed actually by Mambo Jumbo as well, and that is because decoders do not work in 1.16 if you build them as they were built before. The reason why is because of this redstone. This redstone before did not used to be on. With it being on now, all decoders actually bled through and different torches would be on. But on his 1.16 redstone review, he actually described how to fix this problem by making the use of target blocks and a little bit different organization of the redstone. So go check out his video, he explains it much better than me, but let's keep on moving with the machine. In this case, the 7th torch has been picked because the shulker box is giving that exact output, and if you follow the signal line, it's going to move all the way to the front of the building. It's going to power this block, which in turn is going to turn on the lamp, and at the same time it's going to power this piston that is going to complete this circuit. As the circuit is complete, we can hit it and we can see that the signal is passed on through, moving on. But if we look at the other targets, we can see that because the piston is retracted and the block is not fulfilling the circuit, we can hit them and nothing will happen. It will not reach the signal, so we will not get noise, we will not get any scores from that. As we can see, it moves on up. It's gonna light up this line as well, even if you hit one of the bottom ones, letting the little melody that we're playing when we hit a correct one play, and also goes up and up and up. Let me get through. There we go. It moves up and up and up all the way to this monostable circuit. Now this is not on because we have the machine off, but basically what we will do is go through here, and this is another design by whom, you guessed it, Mambo Jumbo, that allows us to keep count of how many targets we have actually hit. How do we do that? Well, we do that by using this contraption. This contraption has a dropper and a hopper, one on top of another. So when signal comes through, the dropper shoots up and then down. This is going to allow a very short pulse go through this comparator that is going to turn off this redstone line. When it turns off, the item is going to have time to travel just through one hopper. Right now it's here. As soon as we hit a target, if the machine was on, the item will go here. Here we have comparators looking to see if the hoppers have any item inside. So it will light up each one of them as the item goes through. We can grab the item and take it out. You can see that the lamp went off, and if we put it here, this lamp would go on. And then at the end we have this comparator as well that is going to be checking when the item goes through, and as soon as it goes through, it will release one of the rockets and an observer. This observer will be the shut-off, the key to the shut-off of the timing machine. So this, as you may have guessed, is actually the last part of this minigame, the machine or the functioning of this minigame. And this observer will light up this line, And this line will split in two ways. One of them will play the melody that you get when you win the game, and the other one is actually just gonna go down, 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 all the way to the timer or counter, however you would like to call it, that tells us how long we took to hit 10 targets. It will activate again this monostable circuit because the machine would have been on, the redstone block would have been there, and what it's gonna do is push it again, locking the hopper, and giving us a correct amount of how long we have taken to finish the game. So what we would do would be hitting the off button, so all the lamps turn on, and then that is it. We would have finished the game and hopefully enjoyed it and have fun. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. That's gonna be it for me today. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, make sure to subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments if you would like me to give a more detailed or step-by-step tutorial on how to build something like this. I have more ideas for more minigames, so stay tuned because I will be releasing more videos of this kind. And thank you very much for all your support, it's been great, and I'll hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one!